back to the weekly news. As always, I am Brian with touringplans.com, and I am here to give you whatever news is going on in the theme park world this week. Spoiler, it's not a lot, but we got something special then. We got a couple of quick news items. Then we're going to go over some of the awesome aerial photos that friend of the show, BioReconstruct, posts on Twitter. And what we're going to talk about is a lot of the construction that's going on, specifically at Walt Disney World. But first, we got some news. Now, Stitch's Great Escape. This is a Magic Kingdom attraction that is one of the lower rated on touringplans.com. Stitch's Great Escape doesn't do great, and it looks like it may be escaping the park because all of a sudden this week signs went up for a Stitch character greeting in place of Stitch's Great Escape. Well, they kind of just slid character greeting underneath it. But what we hear is that the first pre-show of Stitch's Great Escape is going to be a Stitch meet and greet as early as next week sometime. Don't know dates, nothing has been officially announced yet, but it seems like this is happening, which means that might be the end of Stitch's Great Escape, the attraction. There's been tons of rumors over the years of what might go in there, but with all the other projects that were announced at the D23 Expo, and you can scroll back through the news videos to check that out, I don't know how much time they're going to give to this relatively small building, but I guess we'll see. Something new that did open at Hollywood Studios, and Hollywood Studios could use a few new things, Grand Avenue. Now, this is a very small section of what used to be the Streets of America, seen here, photo also by BioReconstruct. And this is the Grand Avenue. They've also renamed what was very briefly Muppets Courtyard, which is where Muppet Vision 3D, Mama Melrose, Pizza Rizzo, those kind of things. That is now all part of Grand Avenue. The only thing on Grand Avenue that actually opened is the Baseline Taphouse, which serves California craft beers. They have some snacks, a little bit of seating inside, and a pretty big patio you can sit on outside. And that opened this past weekend, so it's open now from 11 a.m. until closing. If you're in Hollywood Studios, go check that out. All right, so let's do it. Let's switch from me to the computer and look at some construction photos. All right, so this first picture by BioReconstruct, we are starting at the resorts. And this, as you can see, is Pop Century over here on the right and Art of Animation over here on the left. What this construction is right here is a gondola station. Now, you remember the Disney Skyliner that was announced, again, with the D23 Expo announcements, is a highway in the sky, I suppose, although not the highway in the sky, that's the monorail. This is going to be kind of a cable car system that is going to link Epcot and Hollywood Studios and Pop Century and Art of Animation and Caribbean Beach and the new Riviera Resort, which we're going to get to in just a minute. Looking at it on the map, this is pretty much the same angle. Over here we got Pop Century. Over here we've got Art of Animation. So let's take a look at this in my favorite 3D mode. So this right here is where the gondola is going. As you can see, we are pretty close to Hollywood Studios. That's this right here. And Epcot is over this way. Right there is Spaceship Earth and Epcot. So that will be one of the links. Back here, this is Caribbean Beach right there. So you can kind of already see exactly where this track is going to go. Back to the photos, and here is Caribbean Beach. Now this one is kind of a mess. This would be right here where you enter. This over here is the custom house where you have to check in and everything. Driving around here, you can actually see little Disney buses down here. So this is Barbados. This was half of Martinique. Both of them gone, of course. This is where the new Riviera DVC resort will be going. There is also going to be a gondola station. I believe it is right there is where the station's going to be, which will make this Aruba section a lot more desirable and probably more expensive because it will be right next to that gondola station. There is also some construction going on over here in the old Port Royale area where they are redoing the whole food court area. Pool is still open, and there are food options still available at Caribbean Beach, but it is a construction zone, and you really, if you want to avoid the construction and don't want to pay for either the preferred rooms or the pirate rooms, which are over here, I'd say right around here in Jamaica is your best bet. This island right here will keep you from seeing a lot of the construction for now. If you can get a really, really good rate, I would say over here. If you can't get a good rate, maybe just avoid Caribbean Beach. This is what Caribbean Beach looked like a little bit ago. And all right here, these buildings are gone. All of these buildings are gone. All these trees are gone. See right here, this is the edge of Aruba, which is right here. So this is all dirt. Right here is where the gondola is going. Over here somewhere is where the Riviera Resort is going. Next on and last on our resort list for today, this is Coronado Springs. Right here is where you check in. This is where they are building the new tower here. Now this is not going to be DVC as far as we know. It is just going to be a tower with slightly more luxurious rooms. Coronado Springs is the only moderate that has a full convention center. That's over here. So when conventions happen and the executives come, they don't want to stay in a stinky moderate resort like you and I do. They want to stay in nice, luxurious tower rooms. I guess that's at least the working theory is why they're doing this. We are zooming in on Coronado Springs. Look, you can see how big the convention area is. You can see why it would be a moneymaker for them. So let's try to line it up here with what it used to look like. Looks like they took out these buildings right here and part of this water right here. Yeah, definitely shrunk that water down and took those buildings out, because this one is the one with the pool, which you can see right here. And I believe this was the building where the club rooms were, which were the rooms they were trying to make a little fancier. So that makes sense. Those are gone. That tower is actually going to be pretty nice. It's very close to the food court area. It's also pretty close to the pool area right here. And that's it for this week. I know I ran a little bit long, but whenever I start talking about maps and photos, it tends to get long. Thank you all for watching very much. Be excellent to each other.